House of Israel, 9 to 9:30 is a prayer meeting. We get the service that we receive for the saints. While 9:30 to 10 o'clock is our workers. So we do a change over the power. All it is about serving God or working for God is that, I was sharing with my wife. My wife was sharing. Bishop Oyedepo sacked all his top pastors last month. All the top ministers in his church. He sacked them. They work with accountants. They rob the church. From accountants to the elders, to the deacons, to the top pastors. They took the church money. He's a man who has built, when you do the work of God, and as we do this work, there are people's hearts is centered on gain. That's why we as workers in the West Vineyard, we must first understand that our reward comes from Him, not from the ministry. The reward comes from Him. Your thank you, the ultimate reward will come from the Master. And in that minute was when one of the prophets minister said yes, they were involved in that act. I'm going to wonder why is we not, into that dimension of our walk with God where our commitment is renewed. In the old time they tell you, come rain, come shine, they are going for Jesus. That was the commitment they had. If it was raining, they were on. If it was sunny, they were on. They were in for the kingdom. And this is something we are losing gradually because of various reasons. Our commitment to the Master's work is declining. Somebody wrote me on Facebook and asked me a question. I wrote on Facebook, I said, if you serve out of love, if your service is from love, you will never see yourself as being used. If you're serving in the kingdom, in the church, as from love, because you love your God, you are saved, you love the church, you love the kingdom, and you're serving, you see service as a privilege. But you're serving not from love, you will see yourself as being used. And many people who left ministries, who left churches, will tell you, there's no love in that church. That church is no love. Nobody called me on my birthday. Nobody called me on the, and that's action is a hindrance to us becoming true disciples of the kingdom. True disciples of the kingdom. Because I'm going to look at this thing so thoroughly. When this young man wrote to me and asked me a question, he said he's a music minister. He's a music minister. And through their music, they have grown some churches. They've helped their church grow in music, for the church to get there. So what do you have to say about it? Many music, young people play keyboard, they play guitar in the church. They pay them. They are paid. Only few churches have their own trade, trained and within the system. But majority of churches pay instrumentalists. They pay them, and those instrumentalists are professional instrumentalists. They are paid. But if you, as a ministry, if we do not begin to feel the sense that laboring in the world is a ministry, instrument is a ministry, church chair is a ministry, every department is a ministry. Everyone in the kingdom has their place and their gifts and their grace in the body of Messiah. So often we think the highest calling is not a pulpit calling. The other callings. There's a calling of administration. There's a calling of visitation. There are various aspects of this. This all work together to build the kingdom. To build the wall of the kingdom. And everyone is involved in that. But the challenge we have in our modern day ministry is that we have a system of the GO system, where the GO is the one who signs the money, the GO's wife is the one who pays the money to the bank, and the GO sons, and wealth rotate around the family. So many are angry, they feel church is a business. So when you talk about church, it's like, oh, I beg, and business. Oh, there's a strong sense of church is a place of business. So people don't believe in the church anymore. When they see a church set up, it's not I want to money is fine. So that's the idea people now have about ministries, place of making money. It's because of the way we have the pattern. In the early church, wealth was distributed according to need. And people were not afraid to sell their land, because they know the resources were distributed evenly. Guys like Barnabas, Ananias, and Sapphira, who were selling things to make sure the work advances. But majority of the givings we receive in our ministries and in most ministries goes only straight to the head. Now, when we were in a seminary, one of the things we were taught is that even if you start in a ministry, make sure you have something else to bring under the ministry, because the challenge people face is that people are now afraid. I will share this funny story. One day we came to church and asked his pastor, how many of you sense God calling you to a ministry? So many of them were so excited, they were like, okay, yes, God has called me to a ministry. He told them, if you feel God is calling you to a ministry, write a letter and send it in a letter. Yeah. So why they sent the letter? Those who sent the letters were all sacked. Because the challenge is that you can't have a ministry inside a ministry. It is when we become transparent. It is when we become transparent in advancing the kingdom, not denomination. We must have the spirit of the kingdom, not the spirit of denomination. We must have the spirit of, I'm a member of the body of Messiah, not a member of a certain denomination that makes us look at other denominations and not going where we're going. We need to regain the spirit of the kingdom. That's the thing I want us to understand this morning. Each of us must regain the spirit of the kingdom. And I want to share two things that hinders the spirit of the kingdom. It's in Matthew chapter 13, verse 32. Two things that hinders the spirit of the kingdom. Majority of people who I know who have come to ministries came basically for their personal need to be met, and it's not a bad thing. You are allowed to start from there. We are all allowed to start from there. Matthew 13, verse 22. Are we there? Matthew 13, 22. The seed falling among the thorns refers to someone who hears the word, but the worries of his life and the deceitfulness of wealth choke the word, making it confusing. Let's stop here. Two things so powerful. First is the worries of this world, and then the deceitfulness of wealth. Two things. We've read this many times, I will pass it by. But let's wait and look at what actually is the worries of this world, of this life. And what actually is the deceitfulness of wealth. Yeshua says these two things have the power to choke the word. The word choke is a Greek word to suffocate. It means to drown. It means to press under. So the two things that have the power to suffocate the world are, first and foremost, the worries of this life. The worries of this life. And the deceitfulness of wealth. It choked the world, making it unfruitful. See, God's word has the power to produce fruit in our lives. God's word has the power to produce fruit in our life. When God's word begins to work in our life, when we begin to agree with the word, and we allow His word, not just through memorization, but through meditation and action, we act the word. As we act the word of God begins to change us. Because all that God does by His word. God acts by His word. His word is His character. His word is where He communicates His plans for your life. Whatever you want to know about God is revealed in His word. So He has left us with His word to train us. His word is so powerful that the Bible says it is sharper than any two-edged sword. The word of Jehovah is living and active. When His word enters the heart of the greatest sinner, he is convicted of his sin and sees his need for a Savior. When this word of Jehovah enters the heart of someone who is fearful, fearful and doubtful, when you receive the word plants faith in you. The word of Jehovah is a key to victory. Even if you say, this is my personality, I'm a shy person, I'm a very weak person, I'm a very timid person, I'm a person who, but once you receive the word of Jehovah has a way to reconstruct our personality. The word convicts and does the work of renewal in us. The word of Jehovah sets you on the right path because the word tells you the right road from the wrong road. The word of Jehovah is also the nature of Jehovah. So God's word is His nature. You see, God is not separate from His word. If we learn not to separate God from His word, we'll be so blessed. We'll be so blessed. Reading the word of God is spending time with God. Hearing the word of God is actually hearing God Himself. The word of God reveals God to us. But sadly, here's my discovery. A lot of people want teachers who will tell them the things they want to hear. These are the people the Bible calls men with itchy ears. Itchy ears. Only few people realize their need for truth. For truth. So our biggest need in this life is not actually the things we focus on. Our biggest need is God's truth. Truth is what we need. Truth is your need. That's what I need, truth. Because you shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free. There are many people who want to beg. And I discovered that begging will never make you a success. Depend on others will never make you a success. Learning to depend on God through His word. How do you learn it? You learn it the same way a child learns to walk. This dependence on God is learned. You learn it in small things. Trusting Jehovah in small things. And how do we do it? By doing His word. If His word says, cast all your cares upon Him. I'm full of cares and worries, but because the word says I'm practicing it daily, I make sure I don't allow cares, worries enter my heart. I'm allowing it. Why? The word says it. We practice the word, and the more you act because the word says it, the more the word becomes fruitful in our life. But mainly you find that people sit under a ministry 35 years, 40 years, and what they can take of is how to siphon money, how to rob the ministry. The ministries where I was talking about the minister who told me, yes, he said some days ago, a member is taking entered his church and stole away his laptop. The guy stole his church laptop. Yes. Now, churches now they use CCTV, they use camera, in this scanning machine. Even within the ushering group, accounting group, there's no more deep sense of a recreated life that used to be there that shows we have met with him. It's now a system of merchants, a merchant system. Even we, as if our way of it, because we know that this transformation is the key. But many times we do not seek transformation, we seek gain. What can I get from there? What can I get from there? What can I receive from this? What can I benefit from this? But the biggest benefit will come to us via the word. Via the word. A ministry where your vast word is taught is the biggest need of the hour. Where you're hearing the word of Jehovah, and that is the biggest need of the hour. The ministry where we receive the word of Jehovah, where the word of Jehovah is our actual need and our resources. So Yeshua says about two things that hinders the word. First, he says, the one who hears the word. The seed falling among the thorns refers to someone who hears the word, but the worries of this life. Think about it. Look at your own life. What is the worries of this life in your own context? Your job, money, marriage, finances, your career, your health. Others are making progress in your life. See, you think this can I get water? Others are making progress. It's not the same. Yeah, take the water. Okay. You think you're not really making headway. You're like, the case of this life has a way of limiting and hindering the fruitfulness of the word of Jehovah in our lives. I don't want my children to grow up with that mindset where they think they will go to school and they are from school, it's all about the struggle. It becomes a struggle. It becomes a struggle. Life becomes a struggle. What struggle? A struggle of survival. A struggle of meeting needs. Meeting needs become a struggle. That's a challenge many face. It becomes a struggle. That's a struggle when you face in life. And if you have a case of this life, you can't live at the loss of God's kingdom. You can't serve God because all you think about is my business, my workplace, my fears of tomorrow. What will tomorrow bring? Will God meet my need? Will God really help me? The struggles, the cares of this life hinders many people from benefiting from the power of your vast word. So we as leaders, if we can overcome these two things, you know, I was talking about a young man who came for a service, and he will leave his workplace to be in a service, and then later on, he found that probably there was no benefit or no money that will come from that engagement. So he stopped coming. That's still a face. That's actually in the situation. Many come. They come with a goal in mind to get. Get what? It should be to get the word. If the goal is not to get the word of Jehovah, you won't be changed. You won't be changed. You just be in church, you'll be looking. You'll be in church, you'll be hearing. There's no change. Hearing, no change. Why? You have a motive. There's a motive in your heart why you've come. You've come that probably through the ministry, this will happen in your life. And when that is not happening in your life so fast, what do people do? Like we see in most Sunday churches. They go church prostitutes. Some people have church, they go on Sunday. This Sunday, they have different churches lined out. They have Sunday, first Sunday church, third Sunday church. So in their lifetime, in 1 year, they can visit 25 churches. They have different churches they go to. All in 1 year, different churches. All in 1 year, various churches. So we don't want to be that kind of people. We want to be people who are rooted in the Word. Saint, we must be rooted in your vast Word. His Word is what develops us. You will find your strength in life from the Word. You will find your essence, your fulfillment, and your purpose in your vast Word. What are we missing because we don't spend time with the Word? What are we losing because we don't spend time with the Word? Hallelujah. So we must spend time with the Word. Like I told you, there are two basic agents that hinders your vast Word from becoming effective in our lives. I told you, first is the cares of this world. And secondly, it is the deceitfulness of riches. The cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches. And that's why in the old time, what these guys did who wanted to serve God is that they took a vow of poverty, took a vow of silence, and they took a vow of chastity. There were men who said because of seeking God, they were not going to get married. There were women who told God, who said because they wanted to seek God, they weren't going to get married. There were people who said because we're going to seek God, we're going to take the vow of poverty. And either right or wrong, you find that to seek God means a giving up of our own self. And that's what the poverty God desires us to have. It's not really physical poverty of not having wealth and finances. It's a poverty of self. This self must be poor. We must strip self of the riches of His voice in our lives. Because once your self is rich, that's why you find yourself controlled by the flesh. You find yourself not being ruled by the Spirit. See, the flesh always works in covetousness. The flesh wants all the riches. The flesh wants all the substance. The flesh wants all the position. The flesh wants all the glory. So once the flesh becomes your goal in life, when the flesh becomes a goal, you find yourself as a believer, though you're a believer in Messiah, you find yourself being drawn by the cares of this world. You find yourself drawn by the cares of this world. It says, but it says the seed falling among thorns. No, verse 22 says the seed falling among thorns refers to someone who hears the word, but the worries of this life, the worries of this life. I'm going to this light. Praise God. The worries of this life. Are you allowing the words of this life affect the word of God in your life? Are we allowing it? You see, once the word of this life chokes you, you can't read your Bible. You're full of worries. Anxiety anxiety will fully control your heart. You can't believe. You can't trust. I'm telling you, the words of this life chokes faith. So okay, that's the faith of many. They can't spend time anymore in your vast world because the words of this life has controlled their hearts. So the deceitfulness of wealth, the lies of wealth, chokes the world. That's where many find themselves today. And it's not helping matter in most of our Sunday churches because the goal is the goal today is to help men get wealth. That's the goal in the heart of men today. To help many get wealth. Wealth seminars. The real wealth is the wealth of a man's soul. What is the wealth of your soul? That's what counts with God. A man's vineyard produced so much. The man told himself, oh, I'm blessed. All my vineyard has produced success. Let me sleep and rest. Let me sleep and rest. That night, God asked for the man's soul. The soul is every man who gets wealth for himself does not reach towards Elohim. Make it your goal to be rich in your soul. Our goal must be to be rich in our soul. Is your soul rich? Is your soul wealthy? Is your soul buoyant? Are you blessing your soul? If your soul will be rich with your vast word, you must overcome the deceitfulness of wealth, and you must overcome the temptation of the worries of this life. The worries of this life. The worries of this life. This life has its worries. This life has its worries. This life brings worries and fears. Before long, you find yourself trying to, you're living your life to overcome the worries of this life. That's what you're pursuing. It becomes your goal to, I just want to meet the worries of this life. You forget there's a higher life than just living your life meeting life's worries. There's more to meeting life's worries. Jehovah wants each one of us free to serve Him. Free to serve Jehovah. If worries is in your heart, you can serve Jehovah. If there's a worry in your heart, you can serve Him. So let's bow our head this morning. As a walker, say, Father, free my heart from the deceitfulness of wealth and the cares of this life, the worries of this life. You can't serve God and money. We can serve Him with money, but not earn money. He wants to liberate us from a bondage that the people of the world face. The people of the world are enslaved by the worries of this life. All the evil they do is as a result of the worries of this life, and the deceitfulness of wealth is what motivates their action. But we as believers must walk in the dimension where we do not allow the worries of this life choke the word of Jehovah from being fruitful in us. Free our hearts today, Father, from life's worries. I want to be fully devoted to Jehovah. I want to fully devote myself to Jehovah and serve Him. If you really want to serve Him, He will bless you. He will grant you the resources that others seek after. He will give you the sound health you need to serve Him. He will fulfill all your desires, and all your needs will be met by Him alone. We don't have to worry. Worry is not a part of the kingdom plan for our lives. Jehovah doesn't want us worried. He wants us blessed. He wants us blessed. He wants us blessed. Thank you, Father, today. Thank you, Father, this morning. Oh, thank you. Change us. Free us from attachment to things. Let our heart be free from things. Let our hearts be fully committed to the service of the kingdom. Help us know we are ambassadors of the kingdom. Help us live free of the fear of tomorrow. Many people, problem is the fear of tomorrow. The fear of will it happen? Will I have it? No, you are not supposed. As a child of the kingdom, you are guaranteed. Your tomorrow is guaranteed by Jehovah. So we are not to fear tomorrow. We are to walk in confidence that our soul and our spirit and our bodies are in the hands of God. He is ours and we are His. We belong to Him. Don't let the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the world from being fruitful in your life. Ask for your vast word. Don't ask for any other thing today. Say, Father, give me your word. Your word is a real treasure. Give me your word. I ask for the word of your word in my heart. Give me your word. Solomon did not ask for riches. He asked for the word of God manifest in wisdom. He asked for the word of Jehovah manifest in wisdom. And then with the word of Jehovah came every other success. As a ministry, we pray for your word. Give us content. Release upon us your word today. Let it be released of your word in our hearts. We bless your name, Father. Cleanse our hearts. Cleanse our hearts. Let the word has a pathway to enter. Anxiety will choke the word from entering. The word can't have a pathway when it finds worry. Worry chokes the word from finding a pathway. Fear chokes the word from finding a pathway. You can't go through if there's fear and worries. And if we allow the deceitfulness, the lies of wealth, choke the word, the Bible says we'll become unfruitful. And you and I don't want to be unfruitful. I want to be free to serve your God. Thank you, Father, for answers to prayer today. In Yeshua's mighty name. Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Just save it. Don't share. Just click on the save. If it's an Instagram, just save. Just save. So we're going to pray for the saints who are still on their way. We pray that Father will bring them here.